Come on, English. You got it. 9 o'clock. You got it. The flow is going in the Firebirds direction. You know, just keeping that pressure on, just keeping all that through is just like, how can the Firebirds just maintain that momentum?
Yes, I think that you might have to ban Sivir, by the way, or Lulu or something. Because yeesh, that was a power pick in the last game. But
yeah, and with Kraken Slayer early on,
so I feel like I have to introduce a new factor to you. The Firebirds have changed their lineup. They now have Pigarian in the jungle. They now have J-Fighter in the mid lane. And they now have Dragon of Dusk, the jungler, in the support role. And Pyke is one of the picks that he plays a lot.
Happy Samoyed's gone?
Happy Samoyed's gone. And so is Pac.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Oh.
That's a...
Are you gonna be... It's gonna be okay, man. Hey. Look at...
I love the Vigard, please.
We can still get Vigard, potentially.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Ooh, NIU picking up the Nami. That's a pick that was actually nerfed recently, funnily enough. So
really?
Yep. You can no longer have Electrocute Nami. Electrocute does not work with Nami. Yep. So kind of interesting that they grabbed that. I think that is what they chose in the first game.
What was the main benefit of Electrocute
with burst? A ton of burst.
Okay.
It used to do a ton of damage. So I'm very excited. Oh, see, that's why they banned the Pyke. That makes a lot of sense then.
Okay.
So Sejuani's gonna be the first pick. I would like to see a support pick here. Maybe a hook champion, perhaps. Don't quote me on it. But that is one of Dragon of Dusk's specialties. So the Swain can be picked. Okay, so this is gonna be most likely top and mid, but potentially jungle. Pigarian does play a lot of Sejuani jungle. So this could be just making sure these two players have their picks. But I want to see what ADC they go with here, honestly. I think it's really smart that they waited on ADC. You could have picked support, but I'm glad that they didn't. Just to have a little bit more flexibility in your draft. These are two very good blind pick champions. So what will they pick? Ooh, Lee Sin in the jungle. Okay. That's very interesting. That just got buffed. Or it could be top, actually. It could also be top Lee Sin. It probably won't be. But Lee Sin just got buffed. Extra lifesteal on his W.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Kog'Maw. Ooh, Nami, Kog'Maw. This could be okay. I'm very interested to see what this will do. So I definitely expect to see a hook champion or some sort of engage onto this Kog'Maw. Something aggressive. That's what I'd be looking forward to.
Yeah, it's very interesting. The last like 3-4 games I played with Java, I will say I saw Lee Sin every single time.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really broken. They were not broken, just pretty strong, but they were really good players that were playing.
There it is.
Oh.
That is the Dragon Dust Thresh. That is what he is known for, right there. I'm excited to see how this works out.
I remember the amazing hooks. I remember it from last year.
You do.
And I was like, so I might be screaming and yelling a little bit here because I love anything with hooks, anything with roots, anything that way.
The thing is, I'm going to be a bit of a mood killer here. I think that Nautilus would have been better.
That's okay.
But he really hates playing Nautilus because he got put on Nautilus a lot last year.
I completely understand that. Thresh is just a little bit more exciting.
He is. Sivir ban makes a lot of sense. I think that Sivir is what I would have personally paired this Thresh with. I think you could have waited on the Thresh ban, honestly. I think you could have just picked the Sivir on 3 and been really happy with yourself. But I guess we'll see what they decide to pick. They've got a lot of options still open as far as the ADC role. A little bit surprised by the Misfortune. They might be thinking it's a Kog'Maw mid, I guess.
Yeah. And Darius wrapping it around.
Darius, yeah, that's just obviously just a good champion to ban. Yeah. I'd still like to see where the Sejuani is really going. The Vayne is something that I don't really see being great here. But this will almost certainly be our bot lane pick here. So I am excited to see what we got.
For sure, yeah.
They're making us wait. You gotta have like a drum roll or something to see.
Yeah,
Samira.
I really like that. I really enjoy that thing.
I do too. I think it's going to be very, very good into what they've picked here so far. Too, this Kog'Maw and the Nami are going to have almost no answer into the Samira. It's just a good counter pick. The Thresh, I would have preferred Nautilus with Samira, but that's okay because it's still a hook champion. Ezreal's going to be going mid actually. It says right here.
I just saw. I was like, wait.
It says Ezreal.
Where is Ezreal?
Right here. See. Yeah, get a load of that. There, see? That's real. Can you see it? You got
Hang on, let me
Okay.
get my glass.
Anyways, we got Shen for the top lane. That's just a good blind pick champion. I mean, you can pick pretty much whatever you want into that. I don't remember what the usual pick was. I mean, Ornn is probably not going to be a great option here. Fiora! Okay, this is going to be an exciting game.
This is the first time we've seen it this year. Second?
Correct.
Huh?
Pazgate's played this into Aatrox before.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm very excited to see how
remember.
this works out. I love a lot of the champions on Carthage Black. I would have liked a little bit more CC from the mid laner of NIU just to be able to protect that Kog'Maw better. The Shen is obviously very, very good at that. The Nami's okay at it. The Lee Sin's going to be, Lee Sin's going to be trying to be Lee Sin. I just don't really, the issue is I don't really know who you try to kick. Because that's the defining feature of Lee Sin, is that he's able to kick somebody in a specific direction for a specific amount of distance. So the idea is you get behind them and then you kick the person into your team. And
Yeah.
But who do you do that for? Because this Samira is going to, if she's ahead enough, she could just kill everything.
Yeah, and you kick her when she already has like her
Potentially, if she already has
it's
R,
like,
and
yeah,
you-
then it's just you're
And you
killing
get
your
kicked, and then
entire
she
team.
clicks R, and it's like, ugh, it's very
I mean,
tough.
you could do it for griefing. I wouldn't mind, but
That's true. That's true. Now,
Yeah, but-
Shen is a good pickup though, because it does stop the R from the Samira pretty easily. I think the Fiora matchup into Shen is very good though. That's the thing. So I think the Sejuani is what's going to bring this all together. I think the Sejuani should just be sitting bottom or top and just try to get one of those lanes super far ahead. Because if she does, then I don't know who really answers the Samira and the Fiora if they get ahead.
yeah, for sure. It's gonna be very interesting to see. I love Sejuani on just playing ARAM in general, and I love all of these playing ARAM. So this is something that I really enjoy,
Absolutely.
and it's on both teams as well. I'm a little bit nervous, I will admit, but I think bot lane's gonna go pretty well. Like Kog'Maw and Nami, I'm a little bit more afraid how that's gonna work out. But with the amazing hooks by our Threshes,
That's true.
I think it's gonna be amazing. Samira always just fun to play,
It is.
but still, I'm gonna be nervous because I'm always very nervous about these
That's
things.
okay.
This is the one game of Carthage Esports besides R6. I'm just like, oh no, I don't like this.
Okay, let's talk about some little interesting things that both teams can do here. So Nami is usually better in the early game. She's unique in that way as an enchanter. Most enchanters are much better late game. Like you see Lulu, she's not doing a ton early, but late game she has those massive shields. She's able to protect her team very well. Nami does a lot of damage and she heals a lot in the early game. So usually you'll pair that with early game champions like Lucian, for example. This is a very common pairing with her. Kog'Maw is not an early game champion. Kog'Maw is a very late game champion. You want to get those items and you want to be able to do that percent max health true damage. One little strategy you can do is go Hail of Blades on Kog'Maw. So you have 3 very fast shots and it's percent health, so it's going to do a lot of damage. But if you trade around it, it actually can be very difficult to deal with, especially with Nami. So Nami's E, do you know what it does?
Yep.
So it has those little orbs around.
Oh, wrong one.
So Nami's E puts some orbs around whoever she targets, and the next 3 auto attacks that person does will have some special effects. They'll do a little bit of extra damage, and they'll also slow. Do you know how many attacks Hail of Blades empowers? It's 3. So if you W or if you E onto this Kog'Maw who has Hail of Blades, and then the Kog'Maw W, so he's at a ton of extra range, that's a lot of damage actually.
And I'm guessing that's why they don't want to electrocute anymore for Nami.
Well, I mean, it was just annoying, really, more than it was. The main issue was with Lucian. So
okay.
you could just attack and then like E forward, so it's his dash, and then Lucian's passive is that he does 2 extra auto attacks, and then that would proc electrocute, which activates after 3 separate attacks or spells. So then it'll do a burst of damage. It's Kog'Maw mid. Interesting. Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
Wait, what?
I like this. No. I like. Okay, this is really smart of NIU.
Ah.
Okay, because this Ezreal is so much safer. They might be swapping actually. Interesting. Okay. I really like this. So
love
Kog'Maw
this.
mid is a little bit different than Kog'Maw ADC.
And Ezreal's going for
Bot lane.
ADC?
Yep. So this is. I really like this, and Ezreal's gonna have a little bit more pressure in the early game as well. And it's gonna be a lot harder for Samira to really do anything. So Kog'Maw mid's a little bit different. Kog'Maw mid actually builds AP. instead of attack speed, which is what the Recognition usually builds. So he's gonna actually the gameplay is gonna revolve around his ultimate.
Okay.
So the barrage, I believe it's called biochemical barrage or something. But it just does a ton of damage. That's really good AP scaling, and also his W skills and AP. So you can build AP on Kog'Maw and do a lot of like poke damage. Who was their jungler before? It was not Master Yi.
Yeah, it was not Master Yi.
Either way, I guess we have a Master Yi now. Don't love that pick, honestly. I don't like that pick at all. But
yeah,
I do like what they did the rest of their comp. They've got a really good poke comp for the rest of it. I don't really remember, honestly. I don't remember. Wait, can you click back to Pro Draft real quick? It was Lee Sin. Okay, so it meant to be Master Yi. That makes sense. Fair enough.
Oh, okay.
So it's just gonna be a lot more scaling. Okay, so here's how the game goes, right? Carthage Black has a lot more early game pressure, so they're gonna want to get a lot of kills and make things happen within like the first 20 minutes. NIU does not want that to happen. They say, we want to scale. We want this Shen to be able to protect our Kog'Maw and our Ezreal, and we want Master Yi to be able to get some kills and grow his advantage until he's the unkillable, this disgusting machine of destruction that he is.
The things that I do not like it when that happens, when the 22 and no Master Yi comes.
Yeah, it one-shots you and then doesn't die. It's very, very crazy what this champion can do when he's ahead, but he has to get there first.
Yeah.
So Carthage Black will have to mitigate that and just try to get ahead in the early game. That's the game plan. We'll take you to a spectator delay break, and we'll be right back with you for our final game of League of Legends tonight. See you then.
The high wheat then shoves that right over to the Lions half. Looks like this one's going in. Are you kidding me?
Donut S. Donut, we're behind. We're gonna see the barrage. The barrage.
Oh my gosh, Nico is just dominating right now.
What a play!
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
Can you smell coward bristle? Get him!
Minions has spawned.
No.
Okay, so Master Yi. So when you hit level 6 in League of Legends, you get your ultimate ability. Master Yi's ultimate ability makes him much faster, increases attack speed. Also resets on kill, but the important thing is he's much faster.
Yeah.
So he's able to get on top of you a lot sooner, which means he's able to get kills easier.
And he runs super cool.
He does run cool. That's actually a really good point. Other things to look for in this top lane, you're going to look for Shen to kind of control the first 3 levels, but outside of that, Pawsey is going to be pretty in control. There's a lot of different things you can do in this matchup for both sides. So Shen has an ability where he taunts you. He will dash forward, and if he goes through your character, he will taunt you. So you'll be walking towards him slowly for a few seconds. But there's some mind games that can be played with that with Fiora ult, because, or Fiora riposte rather.
Oh!
That's not much going to be happening there. But with Fiora parry, you have to guess where he's going to be ending up, because if you parry, it's going to be, wow, that was a really crazy hook. Not going to anything really happening from that. Cole is going to be started by Fyro. That's a little bit non-traditional, actually. You're going to see a lot of longsword starts for a lot of Samiras, because they want to hit their power spike a little bit faster. Electric coming through. J-Fighter putting a little bit of pressure on this mid lane. You're going to need to, because this Kog'Maw will definitely outscale you.
For sure.
Outside of that, though, as I was saying, ooh, Master Yi's already bot side. He is spotted on the wall, so they're going to get away, though. Yeah, this is very interesting gank here. Not opting to full clear, which is very abnormal for a Master Yi. Usually you just want to be able to get as much gold as fast as possible. It looks like he's just kind of perma-ganking. He's running around trying to find an early kill. That's what I was talking about, the taunt. So you have to be very quick with your reaction to that taunt, because it comes out very, very fast. And it's, I mean, as you see there, wasn't able to do it. So it's kind of a prediction game at some points.
Yeah, I love chains like where you have a little bit of a mind game aspect, especially with Thresh, where you can be looking in one direction and throw the hook the other one. Yep. And I think that is the best thing that Dragon of Dust does well, is always hitting those hooks down. Is absolutely crazy to see.
It is. I mean, he's very good on that champion, but he's gonna have a really hard time getting this this Ezreal, because he's got the Arcane Shift. He's got that teleport essentially. Or the blink, I guess I should say, because it's much more short range. Yeah. But you can definitely get out of the way of a skill shot if you see it coming. So
yeah, it's interesting.
Dragon of Dusk is going to need to predict that, and he's going to need to predict where this Ezreal is going to be going. So he's not aiming for the Ezreal, he's aiming for where he thinks the Ezreal will be. Yeah. Which is an interesting, once again, another interesting mind game.
It was interesting to see the last time when he hooked him, and it was like instantly at that blink, and it almost seemed like the hook didn't, like, it didn't work too well, but
it does have to walk away there. Yeah, a lot of pressure in the mid lane. It looks like this Kog'Maw is going to be really dictating how this early game goes. 33. I think he's got perfect CS, actually. He's got 34 farm.
But looks like the Giant Poro is going to stay in.
Yep. Giant Poro is going to pick up this wave for him. I'm interested to see how this bot lane goes, because this bot lane could really determine the game as well. If you get the Samira ahead, there's not much that the enemy team can do. They're all very, very squishy outside of the Shen. And this Shen is getting... He's having some trouble, let's say, in the top lane.
Especially with the pool noodle.
The pool, he's getting whacked by that pool noodle quite handily. Although, okay, he's got some vision here. He's gonna have to force a trade. Does miss the taunt, but he's getting a little bit too greedy. He's getting really, really fast. This Master Yi is on top of him. Doesn't look like much is gonna happen though. Yeah, his Shen is just a little bit too low to continue attacking the Fiora and actually give Broccoliac, I'm gonna hope I pronounced that correctly, a chance to get a kill there. So we'll see how this Shen is able to continue to just not die in lane, basically.
Oh,
A lot of damage. See, that's that Nami damage right there.
I do not like that. All my friends says that the next support I need to learn is Nami, and I think this is the opportunity where I should probably do that.
Yeah, that's understandable. Looks like I'm kind of interested to see what NIU does here, because they do have some priority for the dragon. The Carthage bot lane is pushed in, but will they actually opt for it just because this Master Yi is so weak early game? Kog'Maw mid though, that definitely did throw us for a loop.
Yeah.
It's getting very ahead, so I'm kind of worried to see what kind of monster this thing will become in the late game. But I guess
I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like
not
seeing
either,
big
man.
monsters.
I do not either, but I guess we'll just have to see. It looks like it's kind of hard to say where this game's even going. Both junglers are going to be on the same side of the map, which just always means that there's going to be action. If you have two junglers on the same side of the map, that means that if they try to go for a play, they'll both be able to rotate, and it could be a very big team fight. So that's something to look for always. It looks like, ooh, does have a little bit of a gank angle mid. Might just go for it. Pagarian is not quite level 6 yet, so he does not quite have anything. He does, in fact, get the passive stack off. The E is off, but he needs to run away real quick. Looks like J Fighter is not in a position to fight this one, as the Poro has to walk away.
Yeah, it's just like what we said in the beginning, too, that Kog'Maw R is really pulling the number in.
Yep. Yeah, that's what the most of this mid lane Kog'Maw's damage comes from. So it's just going to be coming from the ultimate, and obviously from the auto attacks as well, the W. It'll be interesting to see how this game goes.
Sorry, I had to yawn right there.
No, that's perfectly fine. It is late.
Yeah.
We appreciate you also for still being here at this hour. I'm sure you got classes or really just anything else to do, but we appreciate your support here. Saw chat popping off a little bit earlier. That was it. We don't need to go back to it. It's fine. We can. But hey, oh, that's yeah, that's first blood for the Kog'Maw. That is not what you're looking for. You just have to be so careful. There's so much poke coming through. This is a very good counter pick into Swain. I definitely like this a lot. Or at least in this game, it looks good. I don't know if it's actually a very good counter pick, but I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, still pretty early on with 7 minutes and 45 seconds in.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of taunt and an emoting.
Yep, he's just throwing some hooks out, seeing what he can get. But really, the power of this Thresh is going to come in the mid and late game. Thresh's passive scales him. So for how many souls he gets additional ability power and armor. So he'll just be much harder to kill once you get that early or that late game. And his utility is just much better in team fights. So we'll see how that's being used. No, we'll see how that gets used, rather. I guess I should say.
I was playing with one of my buddies yesterday that usually likes playing Valorant. I was trying to say like, hey, like, cause they only like playing Blitzcrank, and I was like, hey, you might really like Thresh.
Yeah.
And then played it a little bit. He's like, no.
Yeah,
Blitzcrank.
It's much different than Blitzcrank for sure. A lot less aggressive. Thresh is a lot less aggressive. He's a much more patient champion. He's got a lot more ways to help his team than the Blitzcrank does, where Blitzcrank is kind of all in on that, like, I'm going to run and I'm going to hook you and kill you. Thresh has a lot more ways to deal with people. As now he's going to get, this BD needs to be really careful. They should know that bot lane is missing, but the other bot lane is also rotating. This is going to be a little bit fight here for Gary. It's going to be a lot stronger here in this early. So much damage off. The Pyro is level 60. And that style leader, so much damage coming out. No, looks like a Shadow does come through. Not enough damage onto Matt G. He does find another one. Oh no. It also goes down. That's 3 kills over to the side of NIU. It is not looking good. J Fighter does pop down, might be able to find something. Does have the Ignite on. Will get a kill here. But man, just the perfect moment there for NIU to strike. Really good rotation there by the NIU bot lane. RJT through, coming through with the double kill.
And what a great channel too. That was
Perfect channel. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, you can see the Shen is getting absolutely demolished in the top lane, but this is what holds this late game team comp together. It's the Shen.
You have 4 assists on him already. 40 CS, it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
click R and you can just save somebody and change the way of a fight.
Yeah, that definitely helped him out too. Like with the Posy guys abuse up in top lane, is just like, okay, well now I got 4 assists. That can help me
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna get one flash. It's gonna arcane shift away, but he might be able to find more. He's gonna walk forward.
So much damage though coming out from that
dear.
Ezreal and the Nami. Jeez.
Oh dear.
All right, back to it though. Back to the farm fest, and man, J Fighter's just having so much trouble under a turret there. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to pull this one back, because this scaling is going to be a real issue. Does not quite find that hook either. He's yet to find one this game, except for that one at like 3 minutes. Ooh, that might be a kill. Okay, very, very close. Got down very low, but it doesn't end up mattering. Pyro, it's going to be on, I believe that it's going to be on Posy Guy and Pyro to really bring this game back. Those are the two.
Oh,
You got to be more careful with that. I mean, it's very tough. Now 84 farm, 2 kills. This is a menace of a champion in the mid lane. Definitely has enough gold to get that loot in soon. I mean, you gotta be careful. Just getting that poke down. Really smart there by RJT through. Just to push Jesus. Just to push Fyro out of lane. Get a little bit more of a CS advantage in the bot lane. You've got to be looking at Hegarian to really start getting some ganks off.
yeah, for sure. This is the point of the game where I'm really nervous right now.
Good bubble.
Oh dear.
Not much gonna be found of it though. A lot of top lane combat. This might be. Oh no, but you have the Master Yi coming through very soon. He can't chase too far. He will have the Q coming up very soon, so it looks like he'll be fine. Man, a big advantage there, but it just isn't mattering. I would have nitpicky thing. I would have loved to see that Rift Herald on the bot side. Because if you're giving this gold to this Shen, what is it really giving you? This Shen is already down 44 CS. Do you really think that much more is going to matter too much? But the parry's going to come through. I do not think this is a fight that they wanted to take. Not enough healing. Boost Sticks is going to go down. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Very, very close to a big outplay there for Posy Guy. If he used the flash, I think he would have survived there.
Yeah. But still pretty good, you know?
I mean, now this becomes a very good play for them. Because, I mean, this E is going to get another plating most likely. And any more gold that this Master Yi can get is going to be better for him. So
Yeah, for sure.
up 3,000 gold at this point of the game, it's tough.
So based on what the item that he's building right now, what do you think the mythic's gonna be? I haven't studied a lot of that. What do you think that's?
Ooh, missed there. That's big. Dragon Dusk is in trouble now. You do have J Fighter collapsing from the other side. This probably is just gonna be a kill. You have to get this to Pyro, I think. Oh, this Lobster's gonna be jumping away, but
there we go.
Okay, it looks like J Fighter will get that shut down.
Very nice. Wish you gave it to the ADC, but really not much you can do about that there. You just got to be happy you got one.
For sure.
What were you saying?
Oh, sorry. I meant so based on the items that Master Yi has, what is Master Yi going for the mythic item?
So Master Yi actually typically delays his mythic item until second or third item. You're gonna rush the Blade of the Ruined King. It gives you a much earlier power spike and a harder power spike as well. So what I personally like to do is go Blade of the Ruined King into a Rage Blade.
Okay.
That gives you a lot of on-hit damage, and it's a lot less gold than getting your mythic as well. So it's just a very good way to accelerate your scaling.
Okay.
Then after that, you'll typically go Kraken Slayer, and then at that point, you're already doing Master Yi damage. You're already doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna Lantern his friend in there. It's gonna be interesting to see how Fyro is gonna be able to capitalize on the engage he's gonna get from the Sejuani in these later team fights, because I feel like the Samir's been kind of quiet so far. He hasn't really been able to do too much.
Yeah, and like even when we saw that the last when the aura actually got popped off, it's still not as much damage as it would be a little bit later on. So I think it's just waiting for that right opportunity.
Yes, indeed. And they do have 2 exhausts too, which is something you need to really look at. You have the exhaust from the Ezreal, and you have the exhaust for the Kog'Maw here. So it's 2 ways you can kind of mitigate the damage that this Samir is going to do when she's going to be doing her all in.
Yeah, that is very smart.
It is. It's extremely smart, because then you have 2 different ways to stop the Samira from killing your whole team. That is very important. Looks like they might try to look for a dive here. A lot of damage is going to be coming through on a Dragon of Dust. Does miss the hook. They might be looking for a dive here. The pink ward is going to spot them out. They don't have a lot of rotation power. We have to look mid lane now. Sejuani's going to gank mid. Completely whiffs that first one, but that's okay. He might still be able to find it. He does not quite have the damage, nor anything else. That was just a very difficult situation there.
For sure, yeah. quick question. I'll ask that question in a second.
Yeah, it looks like Master Yi's going in for the does get exhausted right away. That's not gonna really find much. He's gonna flash away, but it will not matter. He is going to go down to this Master Yi. Master Yi went for the felon 2. He just going to the turret. Trying to troll.
Okay.
I don't really understand that play very much. Just kind of giving over gold. But now Garion going in 1v2 against Ezreal does way too much damage. He's gotta be so careful. He's going for more. It does flash away from the hook. I don't think you need to do that once again. But man, a lot of action in this game, and not in the way that the Carthage Firebirds were hoping for.
For sure, yeah. Now down a 4K gold.
That was a little questionable there. You got to be a little bit more careful on that type of play. But man, this Kog'Maw is really running the game. And as you can see now, Master Yi does go into the Rageblade second item. That's going to be what he's looking for next. Oh my god, look at this Kog'Maw damage.
Jeez.
Unbelievable. He might get flayed back, but will it matter? He's just doing so much. Does in fact take the damage, but that okay, fantastic bubble. Fire's gonna try to chase him down, but he might not have enough damage. I mean, geez, yeah, look at that Kog'Maw damage. It is unbelievable. He's gonna stop the reset here.
He's just turning the fight left and right.
Yeah, look at that. That is unbelievable. The amount of damage this Kog'Maw's outputting. Wow. Does not get hooked, but okay, he's dead now. This was a little questionable. I'm not gonna okay, gets Shen ult though. Will he be able to live? No, he's not gonna live. But they will definitely turn this fight. I mean, he was waiting for that Shen definitely ulted late. I think that the Shen was supposed to ult way earlier. That's why he went in that deep. But at the end of the day, it gets Kog'Maw more kills, and it puts them closer to a victory, because this second dragon is coming up in a minute. They're gonna be getting this mid tower. While they are up less they're up less gold than the Firebirds were in the last game. They're still in a very fantastic position. They have this scaling composition, and they're winning in the early game on it. Oh, really good hook there. I don't think they'll be able to follow up too much, though. They gotta be really careful as he does so much damage. Aussie guy now, he got a fight that he may or may not win. He just got stunned for about 3 seconds, it looked like. We'll see if he's able to do anything. I have yet to see a team fight in this game, which is just shocking. I mean, you really expect... this is the team fighting team. You expect the Firebirds to team fight. I mean, okay, that's just a kill. Way to give that to the viewer. I think she's your way back into this game. This game is far from over. This game is much more winnable than what last game looked like for NIU.
Yeah, it just looks really bad on the map.
It does. It looks very bad on the map because so many towers have been taken. They've pushed their advantage so well.
Very good control of that. I just what is the big thing that the Firebirds need to do right now to get a lead, to get that advantage?
Find a team fight. They need to actually find a team fight where they can engage and, play it out. They just haven't been able to find that. They've been getting picked off. And unfortunately, it might be to the point, you see the Kog'Maw, it might just be to the point where they are too far behind to have a flat out, team fight in the way that they would like.
Yeah.
Because usually you'd be able to just engage into this comp and be fine. You can probably get at least one, and from there, you'll find more, because Samira will get more kills, more resets and stuff. And everything, but now there's just so much poke from the side of NIU. You do find one with the cage and everything, but will it matter? He's running so far. Pagarian is much too deep. Pagarian is much too deep. You need to be more careful here. There's gonna be way too much healing from the side of that. Okay, he does find that one. That is a very nice shutdown to find. But
Kog'Maw finally found our Samira.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, that's just a kill. That's yeah.
Oh dear.
He's way too far behind to really find anything here. Yeah. They're just getting caught on these choke points. It's hard just to watch this, really. They're just slowly being bled out by NIU. The Firebirds need to find a way to change the pace of this game.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely tough right now. I mean, look at that. Oh, it actually isn't as hard than I thought. But, I mean, geez, 300 bounty for the Kog'Maw going 6 and 2 and 3 right now. Jeez. And it's tough because when you kill him, the passive kicks in and he just goes... Burp, 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 and it's got his little dead corpse gonna go do some true damage
honestly,
to anybody.
That's the least of their worries. We have Ezreal. Ezreal has one of the hardest 2-item spikes in the game.
Yeah.
Manamune plus Trinity Force, that is, you'll see in a second, but the amount of damage that those 2 items output is absurd. The poke damage that is coming through from NIU is...
insane,
unbearable, quite frankly. You cannot sit at an objective for too long, or else you will just lose. You need to make a quick decision and go in, because that's what these poke comps want. They want you to hesitate and wait. Still get so much extra damage off. Yeah, see, look at that. I mean, the amount of damage that this item combination does is just way too much for J Fighter, just getting caught way too far out there.
Yeah.
It's tough to see. You have to be more careful in these situations.
I think the big thing right now is hoping that Samir getting to level 11 and can make one of those big plays.
Exactly.
And for Posy Guy just to maintain that amazing rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, Posy Guy is still very ahead. Got a ton of farm, most farm in the game. He's been doing a great job on that front. Just sitting in the side lane, getting more towers and everything. But Shelly is going to get at least a tower, maybe even an inhibitor. They have 4 mid. Posy Guy has to reset to match this.
Oh.
It looks like he's going to try to walk up and smite it, but he won't even find that. They might just push this down their throats. Spiral, there's so much poke damage here. Pagarian is dead. The Master Yi is unleashed. The Ezreal ult is coming through. The wave is coming through. Posy Guy is desperately trying to find something, but he's just getting exhausted. He has to walk away. Flashes forward, does in fact find one there. Didn't find anything off that. The other exhaust now coming through on the Posy Guy. What a brutal combination. Oh my goodness.
This is tough to watch.
It is, and it's hard to find a point that they can actually find a way back in. I'm just struggling to figure out what they should be doing here. Because anywhere they walk, they just get immediately poked out. It feels so bad.
I say hide in a bush. Let them come to you.
No joke, that is their best choice right now.
Honestly, you know, if you get a good hook on one of them, just take him out, and I can't think of anything else.
That's it. No, you have completely the right idea. They need to just sit in a bush and hope to find a team fight that they can really swing the gold in their favor.
Because right now they're just getting picked off from a distance, getting a lot of damage done by the Ezreal and the Kog'Maw. Is that I really don't see another way how this can be done, but at the same time, even with that team fight there, Shen can just ult onto him.
True.
So it just needs to be executed perfectly.
It does. It does. But the one point that they do have is this Fiora. This Fiora is 3-1. She has 200 farm, almost 10 CS per minute. She has a ton of gold. She is easy. She can carry a fight if put in the correct position. So she needs to sit, get some more gold. They need to give up this Baron. That's okay. They're clearing waves mid and top. They're getting Fyro more gold, and they're patiently waiting for that to be. That's something I like about this team. He's gonna try for the steal, it looks like here. He might actually be able to get it. He needs to walk in sooner though. Just gonna have to walk away. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah, see, Posy Guy putting in a little bit of work here. He's 2 levels up, so it's not like Shen can really do anything.
I love seeing the pool noodle.
The pool noodle is nice, but he needs to be careful and reset now, which he's doing. Pyro is dead. I mean, that's the unfortunate.
Oh dear.
This Master Yi has too much damage. He's gonna probably find another one here. This combination of items, Master Yi late game is just so tough to deal with. He is putting the lantern down to get that shielding for Posy Guy to come through, but they might actually try to end right here. Oh my goodness, Dragon Dusk might die. Oh wow. Okay, let's be upbeat. This is the last moment of this series, potentially. They are looking for some poke on. The Firebirds need a miracle fight. They're down 8,000 gold. J-Fighter just got one shot, or, you know, half hit. This Kog'Maw's a menace, man. Posy Guy's looking forward for something, but he's getting slowed way too much. He's getting chunked out. Top turrets going down. Bot turrets being pushed in by this Shen. How will this go? How will they find their way back in? They need the Fiora in the fight, and they need her on this Kog'Maw. We need Kog'Maw dead to get back in. But at the same time, you also need this poor Master Yi dead. Oh man, there's so many carries on this team. Yeah. It isn't over though. Okay, Posy Guy looking for they might be able to find something here. It's a little bit advantageous, but it's just so tough. The Baron buff is just doing so much damage. I mean, they do have 5 though. It is a 5v3 right now, close to be a 5v4. Pagarian is a little bit low. Bless you.
I swallowed air very wrong. I was trying not to cough in the mic.
That's much appreciated. That's a professional right there. He will not sacrifice the quality of the stream.
But then I tell you guys about it.
It's okay. It's okay, man. You're all good. Okay. Here comes the Mountain Dragon. So they didn't end the game. That's a plus. The game's gonna draw out longer, but that's not a good thing for the Firebirds. They're not a scaling comp really. They want Fiora to scale. That's great, but everything as far as late game is going towards NIU. So
and being almost 10k down, like jeez.
Yes, it's brutal, but they have the type of comp that can win. It's an engaged comp, so they can potentially find just like this, find a single pick and maybe grab something more. Okay, it does block it with the wind wall. Very good. I'm interested to see how this plays out though, because Pagarian flashes away. J-Fighter pops the ult a little bit early, and that's okay. And that'll just be expended. Man, And okay, they're pushing in mid. They gotta find something. Pyrian just needs to engage on somebody, honestly. They need to not. They're just getting bled out right now. There's too much damage coming through from the poke. They need to just be decisive at some point. Sure, they might lose for it, but okay, Pause Guy is gonna. Oh, really nice parry. They may actually be able to find an outplay here. It's so much healing. Doesn't for it.
Wow.
He might find a kill here.
Come on.
Will almost find it, but the Shen shield is too much. This support system for this team is just incredible, man. It's playing so well. They will find one of the Ezreal. That's a very big shutdown, but the real issue is this Kog'Maw. Okay, and now the Master Yi is going in. Does Ghost for it, does Q for it. It's the whole team. It looks like he's gonna die right away. Not quite though. Not before fighting Pyro. The healing is incredible. The healing from this. Oh my gosh. The Kog'Maw's walking forward. He's running around. He's just gonna call for some time on it. He's dead one way or another. Giving the Thresh the kill is the best case scenario. It's tough because you'd think that they'd just be able to walk up and end the game, but it hasn't been working out that way. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Ooh, really well played there by JS. He will go down to this passive, but yeah, really good to find that. The only issue is now the Kog'Maw gets another item.
Yeah.
That looks as far as how it changes the dynamic of fights and such.
He's 11 and 3. That is.
That's a scary Kog'Maw.
Boop.
Got her there. So usually Ezreals that will do that have first strike, so you'll get free gold for doing that. But now that you don't, I'm not sure how good it is, honestly. So we'll see.
It's kind of funny. It's nice to see.
It's a very short cooldown. As you can see, it's already halfway up again. So they're gonna be.
Oh, all right. Oh, jeez.
The next objective we're looking at is gonna be the Baron buff. That's gonna be what they look like to end the game. Is my guess. The Void, part of the Void staff is going to be picked up also for that Kog'Maw, so just even more damage. It looks like this. Okay, he's going forward. Almost just one shot Pyro. Gets lanterned out, thankfully, but that is that damage from the Ezreal. This is the power. This is when Ezreal's strongest. 3 items. He doesn't scale as well as Samira, but man, when he's ahead, it is very oppressive. Didn't get anything. Yeah, that's fine. Pause Guy is just pushing his life away. He needs to do it, honestly. It's his only real chance to find an advantage. They are 8k down. They're less gold down than they were earlier, surprisingly, which is an interesting thing to think about, obviously.
Yeah, but still, like, this is just...
Yeah, here they come. All right, let's see what they can do here. Really good engage here from Dragon Dust. He puts it down, but okay, that's just so much damage to this Master Yi. 2 down immediately. Master Yi's finding 2. Will he find another one? Ezreal picking up this time. Teleport coming back for Pawsey Guy. Will he make the miracle play? His ult is up. He might be able to find it, but there's just so much damage weaving in and out. Pyro and Pawsey Guy could make this play happen, but they need to wait for a wave first. This could be it. They need to make the stand. 25 seconds are the timers mostly. So much poke, my goodness. The ult does come through, doesn't quite get a kill. The spell shield, or rather the wind wall comes through. They're gonna be pushing for it here. 2v5, will they be able to find it? Firebirds on their last leg. Poke damage coming through. Pawsey Guy trying his absolute best. Just gets melted. The parry isn't gonna do much. Dragon Dust is back. Pyro may be able to make it happen. Come on, looks like they're pushing for it. So much damage. Oh my goodness, this Kog'Maw is just carried. It's looking like it's gonna be a GG. Well played, NIU.
It's not over.
Actually, they're waiting a little bit long here. It looks like they will. Okay, J-Fighter running and popping the ult. They could just be hitting the Nexus turret as the game not quite over yet. The Q is coming through. There it is. GG. NIU takes the series 2-1. Well played.
That's the one thing I was hoping wasn't going to happen, was just that the shift of balance of going first at NIU, then Firebird, then this, is that it always hurt. You always hurt.
Yep.
Hate to see it.
You do.
But wow, I mean, what an amazing match. I mean, there's so much to be learned from there.
There really is. That's the beautiful thing about League of Legends. You can always learn more. This is the first game of the season. You have to expect that they'll look back on this game, look at the VOD, look at how it went, what went wrong. And honestly, I think a lot of it had to do with this Kog'Maw. This Kog'Maw pick was instrumental in this victory. 40,000 damage, easily the top damage in the game. The second highest was 24,000. I mean, they really that switcheroo that they pulled on the Firebirds was just masterful.
For sure, yeah. I mean, just what an amazing game. Sorry. Oh, little burp.
That's okay.
That's all right. But no, it absolutely was. It was well played. There's a lot of pressure. Great map control. Just everything was played perfect to a T. I have no notes. Is that I hope the Firebirds can take a little bit of that and implement it for next time and later on in the matches, because there's just so many good things to learn from there. It's just I thought that last match, it was just great coordination, just great plays all around. But what a great match against NIU. I enjoyed it.
It was well played. I always like games or sets that go to game 3. It's always fun to watch. So I'm just happy we got to see it, despite the fact we lost. Once again, a lot to be learned. But yeah, it's just exciting to see how they'll bounce back from this next week.
For sure.
For sure. I love the commentary here. We'll wrap this up here. We'll be right back to you next week. Carthage Firebirds, League of Legends, Wednesday nights, Wednesday evenings. You'll see both teams. So we'll see what happens next week, how they bounce back. I have nothing else to add. Do you have anything? Stay tuned. There you go. Great way to wrap it up. We'll see you next week, everyone.
The high Weethan shoves that right over to the Lions half. Looks like this one's going in. Oh, you're kidding me!
Don't open behind. We're gonna see the barrage. The barrage.
Oh my gosh, Nico is just dominating right now.
What a play!
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.